Hey everybody, it's Lisa with Lisa's Crafty Creations, and it's July, so I'm here to share some ideas for my guest design team spot with Ephemera's Vintage Garden. And I am still using the vintage hankies, vintage postcards, and vintage lace that is a digital kit available in her shop on Etsy. And also, I will link her YouTube channel and her Etsy shop down below. So my thinking was for this first set was celebratory, like wedding, someone that likes to do it themselves, someone that likes to reuse, repurpose, also birthday, anniversary party, any type of celebratory occasion. So the first thing I have here is to put flowers in. It's a vintage hanky from the digital kit. And you would fill it with, you could do real flowers or artificial flowers, put them in, has lace for the bottom, and you would use it as a bouquet. Very simple, very elegant, and the paper, of course, too, weddings can be so expensive, even throwing simple birthday parties, especially if you want something like vintage hankies, vintage lace, vintage postcards, that can add up. So this is a great way to have that beautiful vintage look without the expense. So anyway, so you could put your flowers in here. I just have it simply stapled. Put your flowers and lace coming out the bottom. Very pretty. Okay. Another thing is, of course, wedding invitations or birthday invitations. Now you could use a whole sheet, fold it however you want, put your information inside and mail those. You could also print up this vintage hanky or one of the other patterns on vellum and put that in your invitation, because you know most invitations have a little piece of tissue paper or vellum with them. Now if you wanted to put it like more as tissue paper and don't have to the cost of the vellum, of course just print up a vintage hanky and add a sewing pattern to the back. Then you get that sound and you still get the beautiful hanky as well. Okay, another idea for a celebration of sorts, another maybe invitation idea, is to fold the digital vintage hanky, put it into a library pocket, and then you could put your information here. This is also a cute way to ask somebody to be a bridesmaid or a maid of honor for your wedding. You could also include, if you want to put a little gift for your bridesmaid or maid of honor, you could put a gift card or a piece of jewelry, you know, like a necklace, some earrings, something that could slide down and hang over the edge as well. So it's cute. Okay, going back to when you do an invitation, you want to know how many people are coming, so you normally have RSVP cards or envelopes with cards. And this is just another vintage hanky digital printout, which I sewed into a small envelope, and you could print your name, address, city, state on a sticker and adhere it to the front. And then when you turn it over, I just attached some double-sided tape, and inside is just a little square card where they could write yes, no, and how many guests are coming. Okay, another idea is for your tables. This is just a pocket made out of a digital vintage hanky, sewed on to some plain white cardstock, and inside are a bunch of the beautiful set of digital vintage postcards that are available. And what I did was I cut a bunch out and then I put them in this pocket. You just simply take a box, any box, cover it if it's not the right color, attach your pocket to the front, and that would be the front, and sit it on the table. And guests can take out, put some pens in here, and guests could take out a postcard, write a message to the couple or to the birthday boy or girl or to the anniversary couple, put the pen back in here along with the card, and neat little keepsake. Now, what would you do with those cards after you use them? Well, of course, you could just stick them in a junk journal in pockets and such and go and read them whenever you wanted to. Or you could take them after everybody's written on them, have them sewn all together and make you could do 4 like here, you could do 6, you could do 8, have holes poked in the sides, laminate them and make a junk journal page. That way you get to see the beautiful vintage front, but also all the sweet sentiments that were written on the back for the occasion. Another thing you could do is, again, sew 4, 2, 4, 6, 8 and make a placemat. And on the back, instead of your guest writing, you could write on the back. Maybe you're celebrating Grandma's 100th birthday. You could put Grandma's birth date on here, where she was born, some of her favorite things, maybe her favorite foods over the years, her favorite place that she had lived, her favorite thing, if she was a sewer, if she knitted, if she liked to hike, any of Grandma's favorite activities. Then have that, laminate it, and then use it as placemats at the party. When you're done, wipe them off, and again, just poke holes, put them in a book, and you will have that as well. So there's a lot of different things that you can do with these. And that's for weddings, anniversaries, or whatnot. Now this is also another idea for a decoration for anniversary, party, birthday. You could cut out a heart and take a CD that you're not using, glue a vintage hanky on one side solid, and then bits and pieces so you get some of the sparkly CD surface. Hang it from the ceiling, and you'll, for dancing at a wedding, great atmosphere. You could also take the same vintage hanky, cut a heart shape, and attach a dryer sheet to the back. You get that great fragrance. Hang it from chandeliers or ceilings. Again, makes great party decorations. Maybe you don't want a heart for a birthday party. Maybe Grandma's the star, or little Susie likes, you know, I don't know, what's another simple shape? Maybe she's into circles or squares or whatever shape comes to mind that you can cut, you can do this with. And before my little puppy starts barking, and just one more cute idea, Samuel, no. Another cute idea is to sew a bunch of these together and then hang them on the window like a valance. Depending on the thickness of the paper, you still get some light. This is just regular copy paper here, so I do get light, and make it, you know, you can make it like 3 deep or 4 deep and hang it from the top of your window like a valance. Also, something fun for a kid's room, you could take the CD that you've decorated with the vintage hanky and the shape, whatever it may be, poke holes, and then tie them to a curtain rod with maybe some tulle so it'll bunch at the top and make a valance across the top too. Grandma might like that, kids might like it. You might want it for a craft room. Same with the vintage postcards. So it's great ways to capture memories for your wedding. Oh, if you wanted to do this for your wedding and make a few placemats for maybe putting bowls of nuts on or something, you could also write on the back where the couple met, when they met, when you knew that your spouse was your special one, maybe your favorite song, you know, your song, your movie, where you plan to travel to, just fun things. These easy to do, great use of this set of vintage cards, great use of vintage hankies too, and it gives you that touch without spending a ton of money. Thanks for joining me. Bye bye.